All right, in this lesson, last time we looked at parallel and perpendicular lines and identifying whether or not they were those things. This time we're going to write the equation for lines that are parallel or perpendicular to another line. So things you need to remember, okay? Parallel lines have the same slope and perpendicular lines have negative reciprocal slopes. Okay, so that means the slope is flipped over, that's the reciprocal part, and then also the opposite sign. Okay, so write the equation of the line that passes through the point negative 2, 7 and is parallel to the line y equals negative 4x. So this tells me if it is parallel to this line, it should have a slope of negative 4. And then I'm going to use this line to write the equation, just like we did earlier in the unit. So we can do point slope or slope intercept form, whichever way you prefer. So if we do point slope, it would be y minus 7 equals negative 4 times x plus 2, because my x is negative 2. Okay, and then I would distribute, so y minus 7 equals negative 4x minus 8, and then I add 7 to both sides, and so my equation of the parallel line is y equals negative 4x minus 1. Right? And that makes sense, right? They have the same slope, so they are parallel lines. Okay. Here, we want to write the equation that passes through the point 3, 1 and is parallel to this point. Now, from here, I cannot see the slope because it is not in slope-intercept form. So that's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get y by itself so I can see what the slope is. Okay, so I subtract x from both sides, and then I divide everything by negative 3. So that would give me y equals, this is going to be 1/3 x plus 3. So that means that my slope is 1/3. So I'm going to write, when I write the parallel equation, I'm going to use the slope of 1/3, and it's going to go through this point, 3, negative 1. So I'll do this one with slope-intercept form. So y is going to be negative 1. So negative 1 is going to be equal to slope of 1/3 times x of 3 plus b, and then let's solve for b. Okay, 1/3 times 3 is 1, and then to figure out what b is, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides, so I get negative 2 equals b. So that means my equation is y equals 1/3 x minus 2. Okay. This same thing, but this time the line is going to be perpendicular. So if my slope here is 2, this is 2 over 1. So my perpendicular line is going to have a slope. I'm going to flip it over, so I'm going to make it 1 over 2, and I'm going to make it negative, okay, because it's perpendicular, so I need the negative reciprocal, right? And then through this point. So I'll do point slope this time, y minus 3 equals negative 1/2 times x minus 4. Distribute my negative 1/2, y minus 3 equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And then I add 3 to both sides to get my y by itself. And so my equation of my perpendicular line is y equals negative 1/2. Whoops, let me fix that. Negative 1/2 x plus 5. Okay, same thing here. This line is not in slope-intercept form, so I have to do that first. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. So now 3y equals negative 5x minus 21. And then let's divide everything by 3. Okay, negative 5/3 is already simplified, and then negative 21 divided by 3 is negative 7. So my slope is negative 5/3. The slope of the perpendicular line, all right, is going to be the opposite sign, so it's going to be positive, and I'm going to switch these two numbers. So my perpendicular line is going to have a slope of 3/5. Okay, and then we'll use this ordered pair again. I'll do this one with slope-intercept form. So 1 is equal to 3/5 times negative 5 plus b, and let's solve for b. All right, 3/5 times negative 5 is negative 3. So if I add 3 to both sides, I get b equals 4. So that means my equation is y equals 3/5 x plus 4. All right, and that's it.